What's up, guys? Ninja on the Ninja, and basically, Destiny talks about something that I feel should be in its own thing and its own idea and its own mention because I didn't know about it, and I think a lot of people should know about it and to know what this person did. Like, I'm actually curious, how long have you known about this, Destiny? Like if you had brought this up before and made this public knowledge before, um, as far as like I'm aware of it now, and I'm trying to make sure everybody knows because again, like a person who has the ability like mine to be able to speak, you know, to inform, you should do that. You should inform, right? Unless you're like Vivek and Pakaswamy or whatever the fuck it was, Obama and all, and not Obama, but Trump. Like Obama was the opposite, but Trump and all of the bad people involved now, and all the shadow and all the rich and all the shit, where like oh well, let's keep all that knowledge to ourselves and let's benefit, and then we're gonna pull the plug at the last second so that everyone who invested in it loses and we get all of their investment, right? And that's kind of the shit they do. That's why I don't like Dogecoin or whatever. It's because that's basically what it is. It's like, hey, it's our money, and then you put in your money, and it becomes your money, and they pull the plug, and then your money becomes their money. But anyways, listen to this.
People need to talk honestly about what's going on, and they haven't been giving the full story on what's going on. When Twitter was made private and they started to make blue check marks available to people, the thing is that they use, I don't remember what the database is called, but there are only so many entries into this database that can handle blue check mark subscribed people.
I didn't know that fact, right?
And what they started doing, because Vivek and
Not because of blah blah blah, but because I was never involved with Twitter. I didn't give a shit about Twitter. And for those involved with Twitter, that's probably something you should probably know. But everyone didn't know. So like sorry. This is why I involve myself in so much. It's because y'all fuckers ain't doing your job. You should know. You should know. And since you're not knowing, I have to get involved and snoop around myself because I would know. But you, anyways.
Elon are both like heads of like this Doge bullshit or whatever. Vivek petitioned Elon. He said, "I know a whole bunch of Indians that really want blue check marks on X." And so Elon has started to take away blue check marks from hardworking Americans, and he's just shipping them over basically to Indian people that are applying for verification on X. And I think it's really gross.
And that's it. That's fucked up. Because at some point, that blue check mark actually had a meaning. And so basically, that blue check mark, what that represents in truth, it's no longer a meaning. But again, there are people that are low information people. Again, I just said like this is something a Twitter or Twitch person should have known, right? If you're gonna use the platform, you should know how that works, right? And for example, with the YouTube, I know enough about it, and it's whatever. And there's only so much I can do, but I know, some things you should know. Um, Anyways, the point is, you should have known that at the very least. You should have known what the check mark is, or how to get one, or the problems behind it, or what Elon's doing behind closed doors, or however the fuck Destiny knows about it. Maybe I don't know. Like that's really hard because what if Destiny found like a secret door, or there's like someone that works there that's what do you call it? What is that one thing called again? And they have in the government, they're protected. Basically, like you can't be you can't be it can't be that they did it in because retaliation. Um, Fuck, I don't remember what it's called, but basically, a pigeon in a coal mine. Um, what is it called? A snitch Basically, snitches get stitches, and that whole fucking background that I grew up with, and I had to get out of that shit. Cause honestly, that shit ruin your fucking life. But I think that was the point. Is that was one of the things that was put into the system to try to ruin kids, and to make uh, an environment of kids garbage. And it worked, to some. Because I thought it through, so I snitched, and of course people got mad, and I was like, "Why are you getting mad? Like I'm snitching because fuck you. I'm not trying to cheat." And they're like, "Oh, you're just yeah." I'm like, "You're all trying to cheat. Why?" So that was the whole problem with that. Anyways, and again, the only reason why they knew about it is because someone probably poisoned the well. But again, I don't know how he knows about it. Pigeons, I think so. I don't remember what the fuck that law is called, but basically you are protected as someone who snitches basically against retaliation. So my question is how he knew, and probably the way he knows is there was some pigeon somewhere that snitched and snitched to him, and he just didn't do his job and tell the world and enforce the world. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's all complete bullshit. That's the possible worst. And then from there, it can be anything less than of. But yeah, so I didn't know that. And that's one of those things that you should know, because there's a lot of people in the world that will trust, back on topic now, by the way, you'll trust those topics, those blue check marks or whatever. But if he's just handing them to his friends, they're corrupt. It's the same thing with the government. Like, you should know that just because Trump is the president, that doesn't mean he's like being like presidential. But there are people out there in the world that were like, well, he's the president, so he says goes. And there are people that are like, he's the president, so what he says goes. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to take advantage of the fact that he's the president and the whole 9 yards. And I honestly think that's actually what I just pointed out right there. If you caught it, that's the despairing problem between the educated and the non-educated. It's like, we know they don't, so we're going to take advantage of the fact that they don't know, instead of we're going to inform them, like how I just said. Because the reason why I do what I do is because I'm not a bitch like you, or the only reason why I'm better than you is because I know something you don't know. Whereas with me being real, and again, if you hire me to be your manager, your boss at a store or something like that, if you were to hire me, for example, you can know exactly what I know, but chances are I'm going to reign above you because I'm better than you are. At everything you ever wish you could have ever done, I'm better. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I don't mind sharing all of my secrets because I'm better than you anyway, so I'm going to reign on top anyways. So that's why I'm so good for it. And I am what America used to be like, but now it's all about cutthroats and cloaks and daggers and shit. So I don't know. I really really wish, like, this really shows you, dude. Because like World of Warcraft, right? There's this thing called the warrior, and the thing about the warrior is if you go protection, you're a tank. And I didn't know about tanks and whatnot, and I didn't know about leading the charge and taking aggro and keeping people protected and shit, right? I didn't know that whole thing existed. I just played the game as a casual, like la 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 la. The problem was there are a lot of people in the world that would take advantage of people like me. They're like la la, because the people like me is everybody. A lot of people just playing the game just to have fun. But there are some people in the world that like, I'm a raider and I want the gear. And the way I get the gear is I need a party, so I'm going to trick 1,000 people into doing the hard work, and I'm gonna get the gear by exploiting them. Those are the rich in America right now, by the way. Where they're like, I'm gonna take advantage of people who don't know and get the gear, right? Whereas me, la la la. If I was the one who knew, I'd be like, hey, come here, hey, all y'all, we're gonna do this raid shit, and we're gonna put in time and effort and really sweat tears and all that bullshit, and we got to get the gear, and so all that gear drops. And the thing is, they would be so invested in the guild, the environment, themselves, and me into them, that when that one piece of gear drops that everybody wants, like, you should have it. And then they give it to me because I'm giving so much to them, basically. And that environment can exist, but not in a cloak dagger world, which is what America was all about and is, which is what the world is today and America is today. Like, that's how I see presidential. Like, I will be the president of the world one day, right? Or the president of America will say. And I don't want to make all of this money to the government and force and trick people because you're like, oh, it's tax money or whatever. No, instead, it's just like, here's a donation area. Send money that you want to just give me to that. And then when I'm not president anymore, boom, I pick it up and then I got that money. And the next thing you know, I look at it and it's just every day it's like that. Because there's always somebody donating into it, and it refreshes every 10 seconds. So every 10 seconds it goes up a little bit. It goes up. And it just keeps going up because people keep giving me stuff because their life is so great that they give me stuff because they are doing so well. But instead, we have assholes like Trump and Pakaswamy, whatever the fuck his name was, and Schenck and fucking and Ben Shapiro and sellouts and dumbasses maybe who don't know. The point is that they're being taken advantage of as well by somebody, and the fact is somebody knows, and they're taking advantage of people who don't know, and there's people who don't know who think they're taking advantage of people who don't know, and they're being taken advantage of too, and they don't realize it because they're stupid and they think they're winning when they're losing, or winning and losing, who knows. But anyways, yeah, there you go. Anyways, I think I covered everything. I think I explained everything. If you have any questions, I'm here. I stream twitch.tv/ninja on a ninja. It used to be a lot of Zealot. It used to be a lot of Zealot because I used to play StarCraft 2, and basically a rogue player or a person who's actually really good at the game will basically know. And this is actually why, if you watch the main uh, video of the game, there's a lot of Zealots, and it's just kind of it just happened, I guess, maybe, or it was intentional. But the idea is, I personally, I used a lot of Zealots, and that was my strategy. Is I would tech up as much as I can and get some tech unit, or like, let's say, a carrier or two, or just two of something, and then I would swarm them with Zealots, and they may kill a lot of Zealots, but guess what? Like, they'd kill everything. Or they wouldn't kill it. They'd kill like one or two Zealots, but there'd be so goddamn many of them that it's over. And that's what I would do a lot of Zealot. So anyways, yeah, take a roll, keep it easy, have a good one, and it's a Zerg strategy for sure. But imagine if your Zergling actually was worth something. I maybe should have played Zerg. Maybe. Peace.